Uh, Hi, I'm Shashank, and now I'm just presenting about all the standards which are there in the agentic space. I'll try to do it in next 5 minutes. Um, so the key thesis or the idea behind this is just that we built internet so far for humans, not for agents. And now that we're seeing more than half the traffic actually by the bots and agents, we have to redo some parts of the internet to support this new users. And we don't want to just make it like a horseless carriage and actually build a car. So, all right. So there are a few things which are kind of already answered. I'll be starting with this and then end with some of the open questions. So, who are you to an agent? And are you allowed to do this? Are you allowed to pay? And how would you pay? Did you do the work which you're supposed to be doing? And how do you use tools or communicate with other agents? These are broadly the questions we'll be looking here. So, so the first one, who are you? It's the problem of identity. And this is mandate runs ATM Foundation and Google Hanvis and other co-authors with Mask, where there's a single agent card which looks something like this, which exposes what are the endpoints that you have access it from, um, what are the communication standards, the output formats, and also there are two other aspects in this agent card, uh, linked to this agent card, which is the reputation and validation registry. So the reputation right now and validation, as per the standard, are operated, but what they have confirmed is how to, what they have standardized is how to index them. What are the common fields that go into this card? And all this data lives on chain in an immutable way so that no one can tamper the identities of these agents. And as they use more, uh, the other fields within these cards will be filled in by the people who are using those agents. Is the understanding, but they're still empty. And then the next thing is once you have this agent, we want to let this agent go and participate to do some actions. It could be as simple as can I go access some Reddit API for like 10 requests? So this is summons a list from Cloudflare and other players where previously it was just like if you use a browser use agent, it would probably show user agent was around how we're using it. But instead, uh, this is relying on the fact that the agent itself is trustworthy and building its reputation by saying, I'm this agent, I'm using these details for so on and so forth, and also defining the well-known part and slash agents part. So to say that this agent is responsible for scraping Reddit 10 times a day, and it follows the guidelines and like adheres to its standard. So we are done with establishing the identity and then the auth access control here. The next part is payments. What if one of the APIs does not really like their paywall, like you can't directly go and access it. So to respect that, there is a standard coming from X402, which is currently by Linux Foundation, Sapper at Coinbase. Uh, it's inspired by HTTP 402 error code. HTTP 404 is page not found. 402 is payment not done. So how it works is you try getting an endpoint, say get data, and then it says, oh, I need you to make a payment, and this is the amount you need to pay to this particular address. And then once the payment is done, there's a facilitator which approves that payment has been done, and the endpoint from the server will be open for people to access. And this is reserved in 1997, finally being used in 2025 and 26. Now, coming to the next aspect of, did the agent actually do what it is supposed to be doing? Can we have some proof of work of like what it promised to deliver even after the payment is made? So to this, there is a proposal that DMAPS is also one of the co-author from Transports, where there's a guarantee coming from the attestation itself. So if the workload is running inside the TE, in and like the image of it is verifiable, we will have an on-chain verifier, which is then providing a guarantee that work they promise to do is actually done, and use that guarantees to make sure like all these are interlinkable and composable. So this will be used with the payment standards as to build the reputation of the agent itself. And I'm just going to quickly skip on these both NCP and HA. NCPs are more context protocol. Uh, People also use them CLIs or directly calling APIs. Today, right, it's just helping agents access different tools. Like if you want to use Notion or some like other Canva, you probably won't be using NCPs, which is the easiest interface to use today. And A2A, again, started Google by the installation. This provides information for communication standard between two agents. The communications here also, like any agent has a card which says these are the services that I offer. Uh, do I provide synchronous communication or asynchronous communication? Uh, on what ports is the agent open on? Uh, Other standards like JSON, HTTP, request formats, and the payload output formats. This is a monthly communication between trades, so they can also negotiate and participate in like while the ports between them are open. Well, so far these are some of the open standards that we have seen. There are also some alternatives from like say for an access is web or you do also use Okta or Zero's standards. Similarly, uh, with CLIs and so on. I would just put some open questions which are not really there yet. So if you look at identity, for example, only the identity card on specifying what agent name and the address is defined, but you need to identifying it. The replication or the trust is still an open problem. How do you actually validate that this is like a trustworthy agent compared to not trustworthy agent? And there's no easy way to say what information you want to reveal to these agents and how much do you like how much agency do you want to give to these agents actually is still an open question. And yeah, scoping them correctly and building this trust and reputation seems like a long work to do. Well, this is just my mental model, how I think about it. It's just like having one common model, like which is local, which I talk to the most and I trust the most. Then that model is revealing information and interacting with the rest of the world through different standards. Yeah, thank you.